What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got a bit of a win showdown for you guys to check out. We've got Speedroids at the top. Speedroids haven't gotten a new card in quite some time. I think that Speedroids will get a little better when Crystron Needle Fiber comes out, because that card can obviously help them in many ways, much like it does a lot of other archetypes. And then we have Harpies at the bottom featuring True Dracos, and it's pretty interesting because this is one of the decks that can use Masterpiece effectively. In fact, you see in his opening hand why that is. If you tribute the copies of Historic Sign, obviously not only do you have a Masterpiece that's now unaffected by spell cards, but then you get to search like 3 cards during the end phase. So that's really nice because you actually end up making advantage. And also the same can kind of be said for the Hysteric Party. You can use Party, you can summon back like 3-4 monsters, and then you can tribute this card and still keep your monsters, or you can tribute the monsters and tribute the trap as well. So there are definitely some options when it comes to Masterpiece and potentially using it in Harpies. I don't know that I would use Diagram, honestly. I do the same type of thing with Weather Painters, which I will have a profile on, but yeah, in the Weather Painter build, I don't really like using Diagram. If I don't hard draw the copy of Masterpiece, it's like whatever, but yeah, Diagram I just feel like makes the deck kind of inconsistent. So he's going to open up with Harpie Chandler, activate Sign, and I think he's gonna make Tornado Dragon. Unfortunately, as he summons all these monsters, his opponent clearly has a copy of Dark Hole, so he's gonna kind of get wrecked here by Dark Hole. And if you're wondering why he did not chain the copy of Tornado Dragon, well, he could have blown up his Hysteric Sign, but then his Masterpiece would have been super dead. As it stands, he can still summon Masterpiece by giving up the Party and giving up the Sign, and he will search. And plus, him losing the monsters isn't that big of a deal because he's probably just gonna bring them back with the copy of Party anyways, unless they get blown up. Now, but let's see what his opponent's going to do. Anytime you open up with Terratop, it's pretty good. Goes into one of my favorite cards, Clearwing Fast Dragon. That card is dope. Hits him with Crystal Wing Single Dragon, which is a problem because now he has to play around that. He's going to go Party, discarding Terraforming. Brings back 4 monsters, excuse me. He's going to make Lightning Chidori. That's going to get hit with Solemn Strike. Makes a second copy. Then Crystal Wing's going to eat that one up, but now he can drop the Masterpiece, and Masterpiece can blow up Crystal Wing Single Dragon. He can get rid of both cards, and Masterpiece is unaffected by spells and traps. He gets so many searches during the end phase. I'm thinking that that's pretty much worth it, man. You have a Masterpiece immune to spell cards, immune to trap cards, and you got 4 nice searches in the end phase. That is essentially why you're playing it, because I think that upside is nice. Terratop's gonna get hit, Terratop's gonna hit the field. I don't understand this at all. Why did you blow up a Terratop, a card that clearly can't fucking kill Masterpiece? Like plays like that are just so dumb. They're frustrating to me. I don't understand. Like, he could have waited for the Chambara and then maybe hit that, and then I think he would have been okay, because now his Masterpiece just get ran over. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like you can't use your Masterpiece gun-ho like that. I mean, he's going to be able to recover because he's going into Utopia the Lightning, obviously a card that can take down a 3400 attack monster relatively easy, and easily, I should say. And his Utopia the Lightning can be activated multiple times, so he's in pretty good shape here. But I feel like he still could have his Masterpiece. Looks like your boy Needle Fiber is going to hit the field, and that's okay. He does have that copy of Harpie's Featherstorm, which is just going to straight up negate Needle Fiber from activating its effect. And now he has Hunting Ground, but Solemn Strike is going to hit the board. That's unfortunate, man. I love myself some Harpie's Hunting Ground, but if your opponent doesn't have any back row, it will blow itself up. Heavy Dust Storm is set to, I guess, capitalize when Hunting Ground tries to activate, but unfortunately he plays the copy of Diagram. He ends up losing both of his field spells pretty much for nothing. Well, I guess in exchange for the copy of Heavy Dust Storm. And if you guys missed that, the reason Utopia wasn't able to attack is because he chained the Triad dice to the activation of Dust Storm, so that your Utopia the Lightning wouldn't be able to basically do anything against it. He keeps on making these Needle Fibers, but he's not actually getting anywhere. Even when he goes for Excel Synchron, not really getting anywhere. He's just going to lose his monsters. Has the copy of Triad Dice on the field, but the top deck gods just gave him what he needed. Gave him that copy of Regeki. I wonder if he should have put his monster in attack mode, because if you look, man, this guy is so dead drawing. He finally decides, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to put him in attack mode. And I think I might have even summoned the Speedroid Minko and tried to like link summon for a proxy or something like that, because he's doing a good amount. He was doing some damage, but True King's Return is like the perfect card. He is going to tribute summon here, which I don't think I would have actually done. I mean, he gets some pops, that's cool, but I think I might have just kept True King's Return, to be honest, because his top deck was Historic Sign, and if he would have kept that for one more turn, he would have a Masterpiece that's now immune to spell cards as well. But in the end, it's not going to matter. 2 Masterpieces, too strong. He top decks the Horse Stitz and Stilts. What is this card's name? Stilts. Okay, I was like, Stitz doesn't sound right. Top decks the Horse Stilts, and obviously that's not going to take down a Masterpiece, and that is the end of the duel. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments section below, or just give the video a thumbs up. I wonder if anybody's interested in seeing this Harpie deck list. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and show it off. So here's what the deck looks like on paper, and if you're wondering about the weird extra deck with Double Helix and ABC Buster Dragon, I'm guessing that he was probably playing Winter Cherries in his side deck at some point. I think his main deck looks pretty good. I think that the spell lineup is especially cool because he has Card of the Mayas in here, and I don't think Harpies are completely reliant on special summoning. I mean, you have Harpie Chandler and you have Hysteric Party, but outside of that, like, especially if you're playing against a deck that has a decent amount of back row, I think you can actually get by for a turn or so without special summoning. Yeah, mainly just control your opponent with like Harpie's Hunting Ground. Now, what I think does need some fixing is I think his trap lineup kind of sucks. Like, I mean, one random copy of Evenly Matched in a deck where you're running 4 field spells, like, what the fuck is that? That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Hysteric Party is a continuous trap card. You have 2 more in your True Draco spell and your 2 Draco trap cards, so Evenly Matched doesn't make sense to me. I think that Featherstorm is maybe too many copies of Featherstorm. Maybe something like Solemn Strike or Solemn Warning cards that can like stop big summons as well might make a little more sense. But I think it is pretty interesting. I don't personally like, I don't think I like 2 copies of Diagram. I probably wouldn't even run 1 Diagram. I'm not the biggest fan of that outside of decks that want to search other stuff, you know, not named Masterpiece. Like, I know that he has Majesty's Maiden that can search a Masterpiece, but for the most part, I assume he just wants to get the Masterpiece. So if he ran like 1 copy, I think it'd be okay because there are so many continuous cards. You know, pop the Hysteric Sign, which he's running 3 of, pop the Party, which is perfectly fine, but to run it at 2, I don't really know about that. I feel like he could probably get away with like 1 copy, then maybe just run like 1 copy of Terraforming and then run some other good cards that are just removal, but I could be completely wrong about that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already. Turn on that notification bell for daily videos.